Right, Tommy, so we've had a faultless start to the season, 13 games unbeaten. How impressed have you been so far?
I mean, no one could imagine it really, could they? We knew we were good. It's not bad for a Sunday League team really. We've took a step across to Central Midlands League, we didn't know what to expect. But we started brilliant, 13 out of 13. Fantastic.
Yeah, and you've got another home game coming up on Tuesday night, so that's on the back of a couple of weeks where we've been postponed. You must be eager to get back out on the pitch.
Yeah, we can't wait. I mean, we're all ready for Saturday. 11 o'clock it got called off. I think that's made us a bit angry and hungrier. I feel sorry for the next few teams are going to play because we've had a couple of injuries, and I think these last couple of weeks has kind of helped to that. We're all now fighting fit, barring one player, so let's go.
Yeah, no, and there's a couple of lads that you know really well that have been in and amongst the goals recently. How important have players such as Bailey and Kurt been to that great start that you've had?
I mean, yeah, massively. The whole 16 is important, but obviously they've shone through the most. I think Curtis outscored Bailey last season, so they might have a bit of a competition going on there. But Baz has got a bit of an head start over him because Kurt went out for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but I don't know what they're on at the minute, but I think Curtis is catching him up. So it's a bit of healthy competition, especially with Josh Moore chucked in there as well. But I do believe, and you may have to confirm, I'm sure Curtis outscored Bailey last season, so I think he's after a bit of revenge this season, which is perfect for Dern.
Yeah, no, we'll double check them stats for you, Tommy, no worries. But I think one thing that does stand out so far is there's a real togetherness in the squad, and at the minute, Blunt is also adding players with experience, so pro experience in Damien Reeves. You've got exciting prospects like Ben and Asa coming through, so as you touched on there's really healthy competition.
Yeah, I mean, the real togetherness is where we all playing together last year, more or less, and we fetched that with us, and then we've added some quality players who weren't with us last season who's come this year, and then Blunt has obviously fetched his younger lads in, your Zach's, Lance, who's been absolutely top quality for young lads. Zach's really at the ground running, Lance is ripping it up in training if I'm being honest, so he's doing really well, and then there's some other guys who you all maybe aren't seen as much who's just come in, but they're training really well, and you'll see them soon.
Yeah. So on to your next game, so we've got Glapwell in the next fixture, so they're currently lying bottom of the league after 10 games, but we can't afford any complacency, can we?
No, lads know that. I feel sorry for them coming here tomorrow because we've had 2 weeks off, we're even hungrier, we're angry about what happened Saturday, so I don't think there'll be much complacency, and I feel sorry for Glapwell tomorrow.
And on a personal note, I know you had a couple of weeks off as well with a little groin strain, but straight back into it. Man of match performance against Harworth. I was there for the elite game as well, which was a really strong performance from yourself and the rest of the lads. So how are you feeling about your own game at the minute?
Started off for pre-season alright, maybe did alright first couple of games, and that injury knocked me back. Never had nothing with my groin whatsoever, so to tear it really did put me back. I was surprised how fast I did come back, but then I don't think I've been at my best until maybe the last couple of weeks, because the injuries just I'm not used to it. But yeah, I feel like I'm much better now, but I've got more to come.
Yeah, good. Looking forward to seeing that if you've got more to come, mate. And one thing that I wanted to touch on as well, it's not just on the pitch where obviously we've seen a lot of progress. There's a lot of work going on behind the scenes. You can see what we've done with the ground recently here at the welfare. So what are your thoughts on everything that's going on behind the scenes as well?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, I know a lot of lads who actually do the work behind the scenes, who've been doing the concrete in, and obviously they come to watch as well. So fair play, it's absolutely brilliant. All we have to do is turn up and play football. It's like a dream really, isn't it? But they've all done fantastic. I'm not going to name no names because the heads will swell. But Tony's obviously doing absolutely brilliant, and it's brilliant to be a part of.
Yeah, and also coming up, unfortunately postponed a couple of weeks back, but we've got Leski down at the Pav in a couple of weeks on November the 11th. I think that just kind of shows not only the contacts that Blunty's got, but also the progress we're making as a club.
You had to get Blunty in there. England under 21 level, if you didn't know everybody. They played Leski at England under 21s. But yeah, fantastic. It's brilliant, isn't it? There'll be a lot of people down to see it. If it weren't for Bunty being here, then I don't think Emil would be here. So it's good what he can fetch to the club. It just shows